Get ready with me to go on the largest, newest cruise ship in the world. This is Royal Caribbean's Star of the Seas. But before we can dive into the video, let's start with today's sponsor. One thing I did not forget to pack for my cruise was my Lumi deodorant set, which is our sponsor for today. Y'all, if y'all haven't tried Lumi yet, let me put you on. It's a whole body deodorant that works literally everywhere. Pits, feet, under boob, even those places you don't want to talk about. And the best part, it's doctor developed, aluminum free, and safe for sensitive skin. What I love is it doesn't just cover up odor, it actually prevents it before it even starts for up to 72 hours. Perfect for vacation when you're on the go and don't want to worry about reapplying. Plus, the starter set is super travel friendly and comes with everything you need to stay fresh. So if you want to stay confident and odor free no matter where life takes you, whether it's a cruise, the gym, or just life, check out Lumi. Now, Lumi is offering an extra $5 off when you order and enter code BRAIDS at checkout. I'll have the link down below so you can grab your set too. Of course, I knew about this trip 2 weeks ago, but of course, I'm waiting last minute to do my hair. So this is a true on-the-go hairstyle. If you know, you know, but this is the definition of we're on the go and I'm gonna get a style done. So I'm looking to have fun on this trip, so I'm really not trying to be bougie and do something that I can't get my hair wet. I'm really trying to dive in the pool. I'm trying to get on the slides. I'm trying to have the most fun. So what I did was I'm going to braid the front of my hair, and I brought one of my little half wigs with me, and I'm going to put that in, but I'm going to show you guys a little step by step. Of course, I'm using the Pure O gel to gel my hair down, and my hair was washed maybe about 3-4 days ago, and I had it in a bun. And so I had a little bit of product on it. So if you guys see any type of flake or anything, that's what that is. And so I'm gelling down on both sides. You might have seen this style before. You might have, but this is like a quick go-to style because, hey, we are 2 hours away from our destination and I need to get my hair done. We've been driving overnight from Virginia to Florida, 11-hour trip. And so now it's the morning time and I have a little bit of time to just knock this style out real quick. And so even though I'm using a half wig, you guys, I'm still going to sew it down because like I said, I'm trying to have fun. All right. So what I'm doing now is I'm using the Pure O gel and I've sleeked my hair down. And now I'm just braiding it down. I'm not using any extensions. I believe before, if you've seen this style before, I did use some extensions to make the braids a little bit thicker. You guys can choose to do that, but I knew it would be a mess trying to do this in the car. And so I just decided to keep it natural and just do my 2 little braids. Did I have to do these braids? No, but also I didn't trust my hair blending in with the curly wig that I have. And so I wanted my natural hair tucked away fully, and the curly wig is gonna go behind that. It's supposed to look like it's coming out your scalp, but to each his own. If you see, you see it. If you don't, you don't. I don't care. I'm trying to have fun. All right. So I parted on the other side of the hair now, and I'm just gonna sleek that down. I'm just doing 2 braids in the front, but I'm gonna show you guys how I'm able to tack the wig down when it's time to put the wig on. And again, I'm going to sleek, brush, and use my hand to just press it in, press it down. That's how you get that nice and sleek braid. I'm not worried about stitch braids on this, guys. If I'm being honest, like stitch braids is just too hard. I can barely braid normal because I'm in the car. I can't see. I'm using all type of angles, trying to look in the mirror, look down, and it's just having a rough time. So after I'm done with that braid, now I'm going to go with a really thin braid going across, going throughout the rest of the perimeter of my hair, because this is going to be the braid that I sew my wig down on. So I do want it to have enough weight on it, not too thin but not too thick. And I'm just gonna braid it around the rest of the hair, and I'll show you guys what I do with that in a little bit. So once I've gotten to both sides, I'm gonna put the end of that braid into that braid, and once I come back around, I'm gonna put the other end of that braid into that braid as well. I want it tucked away because I don't want it doing anything. And so I just threw two big braids in the back because again, it's a wig going on top. So the back doesn't need to be a nice foundation. I just needed to. So I just washed his hair last night. I put some products in it and I got the curls popping. But if you guys see a bunch of flakes, I don't know what told me to put gel in it, but I did put some type of gel in it. And so whenever the crunchiness is broken up, like you can see the flakes flying all over the place, but please don't mind that. So what I did was I first put the wig on using the combs that's attached to the wig. And I'm going to make sure it's over that small braid that I put in to sew it on. I'm going to make sure that it's comfortable on my head. Then I brought my needle and thread because I'm a prepared girl. And so I'm going to go ahead and start threading that or sewing that wig to that braid because like I said, I'm trying to have fun. I'm not trying to worry about if a wig is going to come off my head or not. And so that's why I'm making sure that it's secure. Does it feel secure with just the combs? Absolutely. Have that. That's been the way I've been rocking it with just the combs. I haven't sewed it down before, so this is my first time sewing it down. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I've did this trip a few weeks ago from this voiceover and I wore the heck out of this hair. This wig did not move. And I just kind of, to keep it looking decent, I had like a little bandana scarf thing on my head while the wig was out, and I still looked great. And so, like I said, it's a quick on the go style. This is what a style like that looks like. It was done within, I would say, an hour. And I'm going to use my brand new edge control. My edges aren't going to move at least for 2 days because this is how strong it is, and it's not going to turn white, it's not going to flake, it's not going to do none of that. So go ahead and grab you some from duchessbraids.com. All right, so it's called Edges by DB, and it's going to get those edges right. It don't matter what hair texture you are, it's going to lay and it's going to stay. Okay. All right. So this is pretty much the final look. I can't do too much of like a beauty look, but we're going to just jump right into the trip because we're almost there. I did stop by my cousin's house real quick in Florida and I said hi to her and we hugged and all that stuff. And then we were headed to the cruise. Now, this is our first cruise, not our first ever cruise because we're both military. So we've been on a ship before, but as far as like a cruise ship where we don't have to work, where we just get to have leisure and joy, this is final look, y'all. Let me jump right into that. This is how the hair look. You can see the flakes flying everywhere because I'm messing with the hair. That's the gel that was in it from overnight, but it's not gonna last that long. But I just love how cute this is. And we are here, Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas. Now, this video is going to go so fast because I do plan on doing a reel and doing kind of like a review on this ship. But this is our first ship, you guys, and we chose the largest, newest ship in the world to go on, which I think maybe was a mistake because who's going to match up with this? So as you guys can see, there are plenty to offer. It was like staying at a really, really nice resort, a huge resort. I could barely feel the ship moving. So if you're worried about that when it comes to cruise ship, do not worry about that. Like we barely felt the ship moving, and it just felt like a mall in a resort with activities, with a fitness center, golf, mini golfing, basketball court, restaurant, daycare, teen club. So much to do, you guys. Pools, food, unlimited ice cream, unlimited food. I really just can't believe this is our first cruise ever because we will most definitely be cruising from now on. We had so much fun and just can't wait till next time we can go on a cruise. We only went to one destination, which was Coco Cay, which is owned by Royal Caribbean. But next time we're definitely going to do at least 3 to 4 different destinations so we can really enjoy other countries while we're doing it. But I highly recommend this cruise, and I highly recommend cruising if you've never cruised before because we just unlocked something that we never even knew that was possible to do. We travel a whole lot as a family, but being here and experiencing the ship and just feeling so comfortable and having so much fun, it was just surreal. And so I most definitely recommend Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas. However, you do have to look out for some things. There's a lot of additional fees that we didn't know that we would have to pay for at the end. However, if you guys plan it out, do your thing, like just know like there's some fees and some things that you have to pay for. You're like, what, did I have to really pay for this? Or we thought it was all inclusive, like when we go to a hotel, but not everything is included, so look out for that. But anyways, bye.